what were we talking about?
Well, fish tanks and such. The question I had was this. I've seen on these big fish tanks, these nice ones, such as some of these ones you have, that they have these air pumps, these machines that put air bubbles up through the water.
Right, aerators. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, the question is, though, I've also seen fish survive in bowls. They don't seem to need that, I guess, to live.
Well, they do, but here's the difference. Okay. Fish, they're like human. They need oxygen. They got to breathe. Just because they suck the water in and suck the oxygen out of it and then spit the rest back out their gills, you know, don't mean they don't suck air. They breathe air. But they breathe it out of the water. Fish tanks, you know, you have to keep the water oxygenated. Plants, natural plants, real plants, they'll pull out, you know, bad things that are in the water that build up, ammonia, for one. Like you smelled a cat box, well, you know, they swim in it. I mean, you know, fish do, they all have excrements of some point. In fact, not even an enzyme, nothing that has a digestive tract doesn't have excrements of some form. Even in the plant world, plants, they take in carbon dioxide, sunlight, yada, 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 water from the ground, nitrogen, and they produce oxygen. That's their excrement. They excrete oxygen. Well, this bathroom for all them excrements in either case. Fish, though, it's not like they can just run over to the corner like we can, take care of our business, and it stays there. Imagine your environment fluid. You go over there and put it over there. As you're coming back over here, you're going to create turbulence. That's going to stir it up in that corner. It's going to eventually spread throughout the tank. Now you're swimming around in, you know what, in either case, fish tank. Aerators, oxygen, that also helps the biostasis of the aquarium. That is an ecosystem. It is a totally individual, self-sufficient ecosystem. And the air keeps the, you know, water oxygenated, you know, for the fish and things. Now, a fish bowl, they're swimming around in that water. And there's no filtration. There's no aeration. There's no nothing. Well, you notice you have to change the water about once every week or so. More often if you have a goldfish. Because goldfish are the only fish that actually urinate into the water. All other freshwater fish, okay, or freshwater tropical fish, do not have a urinary tract. They just have a digestive tract. So there's going to be solid waste but no liquid. But goldfish are the only fish that do piss in the pool. Well, that's why in a fish tank or a bowl, in a fish bowl that doesn't have any filtration, no oxygenation, you know, it starts getting cloudy. Well, that means he's swimming in his own feces. It's stirred up in the water. And that's why you have to change the water. You know, you pull him out, put him in a cup or a bowl, dump it out, clean it out, go through all that. Fill it back up with water and then wait, you know, so often, dechlorinator, you know, to get the chlorine out of it and all that before you can put him back in. With a big fish tank such as this, you don't need to do that. All you do is add water to replace natural evaporation. But as far as cleaning the water, You never have to worry about it. You have your filtration system, you have your aeration system, you have your live plants, water crystal clear, pH balanced at 7.0. And you notice I have aggressive fish in here that ain't being too aggressive. The zebra danos, they're fairly aggressive towards other species, but they don't bother the resbora hets or the black neons. They really kind of just chase themselves around. I think one's a female and they're all trying to get them a little bit. And then of course Mr. Plico back there in the back, there he moved for us a little bit. In either case, like I say, when you have filtration, aeration, heating, things like that, you know, you can maintain basically that's like a biosphere. You know, in water. That is a fluid biosphere. Well, is what that is. A perfect description would be a fluid biosphere. Or bio tank. It's its own self-sufficient ecosystem. Other than me throwing food in there from time to time, I usually don't have to do anything except maybe change a filter out of the filtration, or in this case, it looks like I'm going to have to rebuild an air pump because the left side ain't aerating. In that case, yes, that's a black long skirt tetra. He lets me know if anything's wrong with the water immediately because he loses his black color. If the pH gets off, the temperature changes suddenly, ammonia gets high. Anything that happens to that water to where it throws things off, he turns clear. He loses his black color and stripes. Then I can take actions to correct any problems there may be. In either case, you know, that's the difference. A fish bowl is just that. It's a cup of water. You got a bowl of water you got sitting out on a table. And you know, but a fish tank though's got aerators, lighting. I have to cycle the lighting so that the live plants simulate sunlight and darkness. I keep them on 12-12. That's my recommendation for a flourishing plant. 12 hours on, 12 hours off.
Well, thanks a lot. I think our viewers are really going to enjoy this and learn something today.
And they can send any email questions to Zordaan Television, and we will answer them as promptly as possible.